Good morning, everyone. Welcome for today's lecture. Welcome you all. So, in the previous lecture, what we discussed, that once again we can revise. So, in the previous lecture, we have started the DC analysis of dual input balanced output differential amplifier. Okay. So, in that we have covered what is the necessary to do the DC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier. So up in the DC analysis, why it is required, what we are getting to find. So DC analysis we are doing to find out the value of the collector current, that is the output current IC, and to find out the value of collector to emitter voltage, that is output voltage VCE. So to determine the operating point of the transistor, the DC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier is needed. So how we have to do this, the DC analysis, that we have covered in the last lecture. So DC analysis, when we are doing, the original differential amplifier circuit is converted into DC equivalent circuit. So how to convert? You have to make the 0 volt, whatever the AC sources are there, you can make it equal to 0. इनपुट वोल्टेज होते हैं V1 and V2, that are the AC sources. So connect that those all sources, you can remove it and make it 0. Okay, AC sources. DC sources you have to keep as it is. So DC sources are what? Plus VCC and minus VEE. So these are the two DC sources you have to keep as it is. Now after applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law in base emitter junction of any transistor, you can take either Q1 or Q2, because both transistors having same characteristics, same specifications. So you can apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law in the base emitter junction of Q1, then you can get the expression, and by using the relation between base current, collector current and emitter current, you can complete this derivation and you can get the expression of the collector current or emitter current resistance. Emitter current and collector current expression you can get, that is the I is equal to IC is equal to VEE minus VBE divided by 2RE. So this derivation we have completed. So after that we have completed the derivation to obtain the expression of collector to emitter voltage, that is the VCE. So by using this derivation, we have completed this derivation and we got the expression, that is the VCE is equal to VCC plus VBE minus IC into RC. So these two derivations we have completed under the DC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier. So finally we have concluded that the DC analysis has been done to obtain the operating point of two transistors Q1 and Q2, and for that we require two expressions, that is the VC is equal to VCC plus VB minus IC into RC, and IE is equal to IC is equal to VEE minus VBE divided by 2RE. So these are the two expressions we have derived by using the DC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier. Now next part we have started in the last lecture, that is the introduction part of AC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier. So why AC analysis is we have to do, why AC analysis is necessary? The AC analysis is necessary to find out the voltage gain AD and the input resistance Ri of the amplifier, because any amplifier we are using based on the its specification. So in specification we are referring the gain of the amplifier, and second one is the input resistance, output resistance, like this. So input resistance for any amplifier should be high, so on which factor it is dependent, so that expression we have to find out. Similarly voltage gain should be high, so for voltage gain what should be the expression, on which parameter, on which component the voltage gain depends, so that expression we have to find out. So to find out the expression of voltage gain AD and input resistance Ri of the differential amplifier, we need the AC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier. So we have started this. Now the original circuit of DIBO differential amplifier is converted into AC equivalent circuit, which is shown in this figure. Okay, which is shown here in this figure. So this is called as what? AC equivalent of DIBO differential amplifier. मग AC equivalent मध्ये कन्वर्ट कसं करायचं ओरिजिनल डिफरन्शियल एम्प्लिफायर सर्किटचं? just what you have to do, the in that the transistor is replaced by T equivalent circuit. The transistor is replaced by T equivalent circuit. जसं H मॉडेल आहे हायब्रिड मॉडेल, तसंच इथं T मॉडेल म्हणून आहे. Okay, so just you can remember, we are not going in detail what is the T model like this. So the transistor is converted into its internal resistance, that is the T model, where its internal resistance is denoted as Re dash. Its internal resistance, emitter resistance, internal resistance, that is denoted as Re dash. Just you can remember, the transistor is replaced by T model. Second thing, if any DC sources are present, DC voltages are present, then make it equal to 0. मग AC supply तर काय होतं, इनपुट काय होते V1 and V2, those are the AC sources, so keep it as it is. If even though they are DC sources, keep as it is. इनपुटला हात लावायचं नाही, इनपुट as it is तुम्हाला ठेवायचं आहे. V1 V2 हे DC असू देत, AC असू देत, तुम्हाला ते as it is ठेवायचं आहे. Don't make any changes in the input. Okay, so as here already it is AC sources, you can keep as it is. म्हणजे V1 आणि V2 जे आहेत ते तुम्हाला as it is ठेवायचं आहे. Then what you have to change? The plus VCC and minus VEE, plus VCC and minus VEE, that you have to make it 0. म्हणजे plus VCC remove करायचा, connect to the ground, and minus VEE remove it, connect to the ground. So plus VCC and minus VEE are made equal to 0 or reduced to 0. Are you getting my point? So in AC equivalent, this AC equivalent circuit consisting of the common emitter configuration of the amplifier. Are you getting my point? So this is the AC equivalent circuit we have drawn based on the original DIBO differential amplifier. मग कन्वर्शन मध्ये सांगितलं काय करायचं. The transistor is replaced by T model whose internal resistance is Re dash, small Re dash. First thing. Second thing is input voltage keep as it is, V1 and V2 keep as it is. If it is AC, keep as it is. If it is DC, keep as it is. इनपुटला काही चेंजेस करायचं नाही. नेक्स्ट, the plus VCC and minus VEE made equal to 0. Are you getting my point? So these three changes you have to make it, and you have to draw the AC equivalent circuit. Now for getting the expression, I am further simplifying this diagram in a rectangular way. So this both circuits are same. These both circuits are same now. Okay, so output कुठे घेणार आहे आपण in the DIBO differential amplifier? From where we are taking the output? Anyone? In DIBO differential amplifier, dual input balanced output differential amplifier, output where we are taken? From where we have taken the output, or we are taking the output? Shubham? Yes. So between collector terminal of transistor Q2 and Q1, we are taking the output. Okay. So the positive terminal of V0 is here. It is shown here. Positive terminal of V0. V0 is nothing but output. That is shown at Q2. Q2 जवळ पॉझिटिव्ह घेतलेला आहे. ओके, यू कॅन डिसाइड पॉझिटिव्ह कुठेही घेऊ शकता तुम्ही. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट, निगेटिव्ह इज टेकन हियर. Negative is taken at the collector terminal of Q1. Are you getting my point? So the output we are taking between the collector terminals of Q2 and Q1. Now next one, input is connected at the base terminal of Q1 and Q2. At the base terminal of Q1, input is V1. At the base terminal of Q2, the input is V2. Are you getting my point? So those all are the present here. म्हणजे बघा इथं V1 आणि V in1 both are same. Don't make the confusion. V1 is equal to V in1. ओके. अँड V2 इज इक्वल टू V इन टू. कारण वरच्या डायग्राम मध्ये काय घेतलंय V1 V2 घेतलंय, खालच्या डायग्राम मध्ये काय घेतलंय V in 1 V in 2. So both are the equal. Okay. Now next one here, the current, constant current is flowing through collector current. Collector terminal मधून constant current flow व्हायला लागलाय, that is IC1 and IC2. So that is shown as current source. एकदा constant current flow व्हायला लागला की that is shown as a constant current source. Okay. Now IC1 and IC2, that is shown here. IC1 current which is flowing through collector terminal through collector resistor RC, that is shown here. Next one, the V in 1 and V in 2, these are the inputs connected at the base terminal of transistors, that is shown here. The input resistance RS1 and RS2 are replaced by R in 1 is equal to RS1. वरच्या डायग्राम मध्ये RS1 आहे, खाली R in 1 घेतले. Similarly R in 2 is equal to RS2. That you can consider. Okay. तिथं काय फक्त नोटेशन चेंज आहेत, नाव चेंज आहेत, but meaning is same. Now next, internal resistance RE dash is replaced by here RE. Okay, RE dash तुम्ही घेऊ शकता, RE dash. Now next, the terminal names are given. C1 means what? Collector terminal 1. B1 means what? Base terminal of transistor Q1. And E1 means what? Emitter terminal of transistor Q1. Similarly, Q2 साठी, Q2 transistor साठी E2 terminal means what? E2 terminal means what? Emitter terminal of the Q2. B2 is nothing but base terminal of Q2, and C2 is nothing but what? C2 is nothing but what? Collector terminal of transistor Q2. So those are the node points are given here. Okay. Now next, apply KVL in two loops, loop 1 and loop 2. Loop 1 आणि loop 2 मार्क केले बघा. Loop 1 is marked here at the Q1. Loop 1 कुठं मार्क केले? At Q1 it is marked, and loop 2 is marked at Q2. So you have to apply the KVL in this loop. You have to apply the KVL in these two loops. So first of all, when we are applying the KVL in the first loop, okay, so we can start to apply the KVL in this loop, first loop. So we can go in a clockwise direction. -2 plus V in 1 or V1 we can say. इथं परत डायग्राम मध्ये V in 1 घेतलंय, पण एक्सप्रेशन मध्ये परत V1 घेतलं. So it is V1, -2 plus V1. Next, plus to minus असल्यामुळं राईट हँड साइडला घेतलंय, मायनस, that is equal to RS1 into किंवा with respect to this we have taken. फक्त डायग्राम मध्ये तिथं तुम्ही हे करा. V1 is equal to RS1 is same as R in 1, RS1 into IB1. नेक्स्ट, प्लस टू मायनस दिसल्यामुळे त्यामुळे परत ते मायनस. आता काय केलं इथं, पॉझिटिव्ह व्होल्टेज लेफ्ट साइडला घेतले, निगेटिव्ह व्होल्टेज राईट हँड साइडला घेतले. You can understand this expression, okay, because you know that how to apply the KVL and how to write the equations. So when you are applying the KVL in the first loop, you can get the first expression. V1 is equal to RS1 into IB1. Next, plus IE1 into RE dash, plus then RE रेजिस्टर मधून दोन करंट फ्लो होतात, IE1 प्लस IE2. इथं बघा दोन रेजिस्टर, दोन करंट इथं ऍड होतात. दिस इज द IE1 and from here IE2. So IE1 plus IE2, addition of this current is flowing through emitter resistor RE. So that's why you have to take as plus IE1 plus IE2 bracket complete into RE. So this is the expression number 1 here. Now similarly, apply the KVL in loop 2. Apply the KVL in loop 2. So apply KVL in loop 2. V2 is equal to RS2 into IB2 प्लस, आता तुम्ही इथं KVL अप्लाय केले, त्यांनी KVL जास्त केले बघा, अँटी क्लॉकवाइज केले. ओके, अकॉर्डिंग टू द वॉट एव्हर दे मार्क्ड जसं त्यांनी मार्क केलं त्या डायरेक्शन मध्ये पण तुम्ही अप्लाय करू शकता, और यू कॅन अप्लाय इन अ क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. अँटी क्लॉकवाइज घ्या नाही तर क्लॉकवाइज घ्या, एक्सप्रेशन सेमच येणार आहे. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? हिअर दे हॅव रिटर्न द इक्वेशन विथ द हेल्प ऑफ अँटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. ओके, काही फरक पडत नाही. नाउ नेक्स्ट, after applying the KVL in the second loop, what you are getting, V2 is equal to RS2 into IB2 plus they are coming here now, I2 into RE dash. Next they are coming towards the emitter resistance now here. So plus RE into current is IE1 plus IE2. So after this you can get these two equations. When you are applying the KVL in the loop 1 and loop 2 according to the direction which is marked here, so you can get the two expressions. Now you know that the relation between base current and collector current and emitter current. आता ऍक्च्युली काय रिलेशन कसा असतो, IB is equal to IC divided by beta. Okay, IB is equal to IC divided by beta, but IB is very less than IC. IB is very less than IC. That's why IE is equal to nearly equal to IC. So IC you can replace by IE. That's why you can write IB is equal to IE divided by beta. That is taken here. That is taken here. IB is taken as IB1 is equal to IE1 divided by beta. That is shown here. IB1 is equal to IE1 divided by beta. Similarly, IB2 is equal to IE2 divided by beta. Okay, so they have taken the relation between base current and emitter current. So these are the transistor equations. हे तुम्हाला सगळे बेसिक्स माहित असायला पाहिजेत. ओके, सो यू मस्ट नो द रिलेशन बिटवीन ईच अँड एव्हरी करंट. बेस करंट आणि कलेक्टर करंट मधलं रिलेशन काय, बेस करंट आणि एमिटर करंट मधलं रिलेशन काय, कलेक्टर करंट आणि एमिटर करंट मधलं रिलेशन काय. So all these equations you must know related to the transistors. So those equations we needed in this particular derivation. So IB1 is equal to IE1 divided by beta and IB2 is equal to IE2 divided by beta. So put these two in above equations. हे जे दोन फॉर्म्युलेज आहेत ते वरच्या इक्वेशन्स मध्ये ठेवा. सो आफ्टर दॅट व्हॉट यू आर गेटिंग नाव, सो यू आर गेटिंग V1 is equal to so after that what you are getting now, V1 is equal to, we are coming to this step, V1 is equal to IB1 is replaced by RS1 divided by beta into IE1 as it is, sorry, RS1 into IE1 divided by beta. Next plus remaining all those things as it is. म्हणजे या इक्वेशन मध्ये फक्त IB1 आपल्याला रिप्लेस करायचं आहे. सिमिलरली इन द सेकंड इक्वेशन वी हॅव टू रिप्लेस द IB2. Okay, after putting these two values, IB1 is equal to IE1 divided by beta and IB2 is equal to IE2 divided by beta. So you are getting these two expressions. You are getting these two expressions. Okay, now next one. After that what you have to do now, you have to simplify the above equations with respect to what we can say, you have to assume, for that you have to assume that RS1 divided by beta and RS2 divided by beta are very small in comparison with RE and RE dash. जर तुम्ही ते बघितलात RS1 divided by beta and RS2 divided by beta, those are having very small values compared to RE dash and capital RE. त्यासाठी हे दोन काय होणार आहे, दिस टू बिकम्स नियरली इक्वल टू 0 or negligible or very small. So these two values are removed here by assuming this condition. So assumption is taken here. On which basis assumption is taken? Assuming RS1 divided by beta and RS2 divided by beta are very small in comparison with capital RE and small RE dash. Therefore neglecting these terms, म्हणजे हे टर्म्स काढून टाकायचे. ओके, सो आय विल कन्सिडर दिस इक्वेशन ॲज अ 1, दिस इक्वेशन ॲज अ 2. सो 1 आणि 2 मधले हे जे टर्म्स आहेत, RS1 divided by beta into IE1, similarly RS2 divided by beta into IE2, so these parts we can remove it because those value having very small value. Okay, those terms having very small value, that's why you can remove it. Now after removing, what you are getting, so these two equations you can get. So v1 is equal to ब्रॅकेट मध्ये आता i1 आणि i2 हे सेपरेट करायचे. i1 is one variable, i2 is another variable. So you can make the conversion of these equations in a simple form. So v1 is equal to re dash plus re into i1 plus re into i2. So this is the equation number 3. This is the equation number 3. Okay, and this is the equation number 4. This is the equation number 3 and 4. So after removing that term, you can get the equation 1 and 2 reduced to equation 3 and 4. So here I1 and I2, these are the variables x and y. Okay, and V1 and V2 are the constant. Those are the C1, C2. So these two equations you have to compare with these two linear equations. Ax plus by is equal to E, cx plus dy is equal to f. असे हे दोन लिनियर इक्वेशन्स आहेत. ते लिनियर इक्वेशन्स तुम्हाला क्रॅमर्स रूल तुम्ही ऑलरेडी शिकलेत. आय टॉट यू इन द टू पोर्ट नेटवर्क. टू पोर्ट नेटवर्क मध्ये मी तुम्हाला क्रॅमर्स रूल शिकवलेला आहे. ऑलरेडी यू नो दॅट क्रॅमर्स रूल्स फ्रॉम द मॅट्रिक्स determinant. So Cramer's rules, based on Cramer's rules, we already derived in the two port network. So here I1 and I2, these are the variables that you have to find out by using the Cramer's rule. So Cramer's rule you have to use. So Cramer's rule means what? How to find it, how to use it, that is shown in this box. So go through this Cramer's rule, you can get the idea how to use the Cramer's rule. Now Cramer's rule we are going to use here to find out the expression of I1 and I2. I1 आणि I2 चे एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला क्रॅमर्स रूल यूज करावा लागणार आहे. सो क्रॅमर्स रूल वी हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, so that we can find out the value of or the expression of I1 and I2. Everyone understood up to this step? इथपर्यंत कोणाला अडचण? Up to this step, anyone having queries? Anyone having queries? Okay. Now next one. So this is the equation number 3 and this is the equation number 4. So you have to apply now Cramer's rule to find out the expression of I1 and I2. Now by using I1 and I2 expression, you are getting now these two expression which is shown here. Okay, so by using this determinant, you can put the coefficient. A coefficient कुठे तिथं पुट करा, B coefficient कुठे तिथं पुट करा, E coefficient कुठे तिथं पुट करा. तुम्ही हे जे बॉक्स मध्ये मी तुम्हाला क्रॅमर्स रूलचं फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे, डिटर्मिनंट फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे, ते हे दोन इक्वेशन्स ह्या दोन इक्वेशन्सशी कंपेअर करा. These standard equations you can compare with equation 3 and 4. The standard equations you can compare with equation 3 and 4 and you have to use this expression. हे तुम्हाला एक्सप्रेशन यूज करायचे आहे. x म्हणजेच काय? I1. x means what? I1 आणि y म्हणजे काय? I2. Are you understand? So x means what? I1 and y means what? I2. So use these two formulas. For finding out x, you can use this formula. For finding out y, you can use this formula. So you properly put the coefficients. Coefficients तुम्ही properly put करा. So after that you can get the expression of I1 and I2. So when you are solving the determinant after putting the coefficients, you can get these two equations. So I1 I will read. So you can get this expression. I1 is equal to, in bracket, Re plus capital Re bracket complete into V1 minus Re into V2 divided by ब्रॅकेट मध्ये Re dash plus Re bracket square minus RE square. So that is the expression of IE1. Similarly, when you are using this determinant formula, you can get the expression of IE2. So IE2 is equal to RE dash plus RE into V2 minus RE into V1 divided by RE dash plus RE bracket square minus RE square. दोन्हीचं डिनॉमिनेटर सेम असणार आहे. दोन्हीचं डिनॉमिनेटर सेम असणार आहे, कारण x च्या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये आणि y च्या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये दोन्ही डिनॉमिनेटर चेक करा. Both are the same. That's why the denominator in the equations also becomes same here. Now what you get? I1 and I2. So this is the equation number 5. This is equation number 6. This is equation number 5. This is equation number 6. So everyone got these two equations. Up to this, everyone understood the derivation. KVL properly apply kara. With sign you can properly apply. You will get equation number 1 and 2. So after that, you can use the transistor current relations and replace the IB1 is equal to IE1 divided by beta. Similarly, this IB2 you can replace by IE2 divided by beta. मग हे तुम्ही त्या इक्वेशन 1 आणि 2 मध्ये ठेवलात की तुम्हाला, आणि त्याचबरोबर RS1 divided by beta and RS2 divided by beta are very small. So you can remove it, that term, from the equation number 1 and 2. After that you can get the expression equation number 3 and 4. मग equation 3 and 4 तुम्हाला solve करायचं आहे. So use the Cramer's rule. So what is the Cramer's rule? That is shown in the box. Okay, so Cramer's rule is used to find out the unknown value or unknown variable. Unknown variable find out करण्यासाठी Cramer's rule use केलं जातं. So Cramer's rule is applicable for only linear equations. फक्त linear equation साठी use केलं जातं. Okay, so here variables are two, x and y. X means what? IE1, and y means what? IE2. So the coefficients are, you have to compare. Standard equations you can compare with equation 3 and 4, and after that use the formulas to find out x and y. So x is nothing but IE1 and y is nothing but IE2. You can put properly all coefficients, you can get the equation 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 are the nothing but the emitter current IE1 and IE2. So up to this step everyone understood? Any queries? तुम्ही परत एकदा तुम्ही जेव्हा नोट्स वाचताल, परत एकदा जेव्हा तुम्ही लिहून काढाल, तेव्हा तुम्हाला ते ऑटोमॅटिक कळेल. आर यू अंडरस्टँड? सो once it will goes twice, thrice, then it will becomes easy to understand. Are you getting my point? Now next one, solving these two equations IE1 and IE2, we are getting 5 and 6 equation. Now what is the question here? What is the aim here? The aim is to find out the voltage gain. The aim is here to find out the voltage gain. So how to find out voltage gain? By using equation 5 and 6 now. 5 and 6 use करून आता कसं find out करायचं voltage gain? Anyone having idea? How to find out? Voltage gain चा formula काय? What is the formula of voltage gain? What is the formula of voltage gain? Very correct, 100% correct. Okay, so to find out the voltage gain, we have to take the ratio of output voltage divided by input voltage. So output voltage चा formula काय इथं? V0. So V0 is equal to what? That is shown here. V0 is nothing but the output between collector terminal of two transistors Q2 and Q1. बरोबर आहे? मग कलेक्टर व्होल्टेज म्हणजेच काय? कलेक्टर व्होल्टेजेस VC2 आणि VC1 या दोन व्होल्टेज मधला डिफरन्स म्हणजेच तुमचा आउटपुट व्होल्टेज. बरोबर आहे? So V0 is nothing but VC2 minus VC1. That is shown here. मी जे टिक केलंय बघा तिथं. V0 is output voltage which is given by VC2 minus VC1. मग VC2 म्हणजे काय? VC2 means the voltage at collector terminal of transistor Q2. Whereas VC1 means what? VC1 is nothing but कलेक्टर व्होल्टेज ॲट कलेक्टर टर्मिनल ऑफ ट्रान्झिस्टर Q1. मग त्या दोन्ही व्होल्टेज मधला डिफरन्स म्हणजेच तुमचा आउटपुट व्होल्टेज V0. सो V0 इज इक्वल टू Vc2 मायनस Vc1. मग कलेक्टर व्होल्टेज कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं? सो कलेक्टर व्होल्टेज आय विल शो दॅट दिस इज द व्होल्टेज प्लस मायनस Vc1. This is Vc2 and here it is plus minus Vc1. ओके. सो आता Vc2 म्हणजे काय? व्होल्टेज अक्रॉस रजिस्टर RC. Vc2 म्हणजेच काय? Vc2 मीन्स व्हॉट? व्होल्टेज अक्रॉस कलेक्टर रेजिस्टन्स RC. मग कलेक्टर रजिस्टर जो आहे, कलेक्टर रजिस्टर RC आहे, त्याच्यातलं करंट काय फ्लो होणार आहे? IC2. पण तिथं प्लस मायनस उलट आहे बघा. IC2 कसं फ्लो होत आहे? बॉटम टू टॉप, खालून वरती चाललंय करंट IC2. यू कॅन रेफर दिस डायग्राम. आय विल शो बाय डिफरंट कलर. IC2 असं चाललंय बघा. IC2 is flowing. That's why here it is plus, here it is minus. But Vc2 is what? Collector voltage is what? That is plus is here, minus is there. So Vc2 is nothing but what? Vc2 is nothing but what? Minus. Minus काय? ते दोन्ही polarity opposite आहेत. Vc2 is equal to minus RC into IC2. Similarly, Vc1 is equal to minus RC into IC1. So those two values you have to put in this equation. Okay, that is put here. V0 is equal to Vc2 is replaced by minus RC into IC2 minus as it is. Vc1 is replaced by minus RC into IC1. आता दोन्ही मधलं RC कॉमन काढू शकता. You can take the RC common from both these expressions. So V0 is equal to RC into IC1 minus IC2. कारण मायनस मायनस प्लस होतो, त्यामुळे IC1 पॉझिटिव्ह होतो आणि IC2 निगेटिव्ह होतो. आफ्टर टेकिंग द RC कॉमन यू कॅन गेट V0 is equal to RC into ब्रॅकेट मध्ये काय? IC1 minus IC2. Okay. लेकिन but we know that the collector current IC1 is same as emitter current I1. कारण बेस करंट खूप कमी असतो. Similarly, IC2 is equal to IE2. So you can replace the collector current by emitter current. Collector current जे आहेत ना IC1 आणि IC2, that you can replace by emitter current I1 and IE2. So that is shown here. That is shown in this expression. So V0 is equal to RC into IE1 minus IE2. So this is the 5 and 6 over, no? So this is the equation number 7. So this is the equation number 7 here. So V0 is equal to RC into IE1 minus IE2. Now what we have to do? आता काय करायचं आहे? What you have to do now? This is equation 5 and this is equation number 6. So put equation 5 and 6. Put equation 5 and 6 in equation number 7. Put equation 5 and 6 in equation number 7. So after that what will happen we will see now. After putting equation 5 and 6. After putting equation 5 and 6. Okay. In 7 number what will happen we will see now. So when you are putting equation 5 and 6, when you are putting equation 5 and 6 in equation number 7, so what you are getting that we are going to discuss now. So this is equation number 5, this is equation number 6 and this expression is equation number 7. So put equation 5 and 6 in equation number 7 so that you can get now V0 is equal to RC into IE1 minus IE2. So substitute the IE1 and IE2 in this above equation. So after putting the value of IE1 and value of IE2 in the equation number 7, you are getting this expression. You are getting this expression. आता दोन्ही डिनॉमिनेटर ब्रॅकेट मध्ये सेम आहेत. ब्रॅकेट मध्ये तुम्ही जर बघितलात हा डिनॉमिनेटर आणि हा डिनॉमिनेटर सेम आहे, फक्त इथं मध्ये मायनस साइन आहे. मग डिनॉमिनेटर सेम असल्यावर आपण डिनॉमिनेटर सेम घेतो आणि न्यूमरेटरचं सबस्ट्रॅक्शन होतं, बरोबर आहे, कारण मिडल मध्ये सबस्ट्रॅक्शन आहे. So denominator keep as it is and numerator you can take the subtraction. So after solving this bracket, inside bracket So you are getting this expression. So V0 is equal to RC into V1 minus V2 in bracket into RE dash minus 2RE bracket complete divided by RE dash into in bracket RE dash कॉमन घेतला याच्यातला, तो खाली डिनॉमिनेटर पण सॉल्व केलेला आहे. एक स्टेप वाढेल, फक्त एक स्टेप जे आहे ते स्किप केलेलं आहे, डायरेक्टली घेतलेला आहे. सो RE dash into in bracket RE dash plus 2RE. Okay, so this one and this one will get cancel. इथं वरती प्लस येईल साधारणतः, इथं पण वरती प्लस येतो, इथं न्यूमरेटर मध्ये प्लस येतो. सो these two expression will get cancelled. So after that what is remaining, that is shown here. That will be, therefore V0 is equal to RC divided by RE dash into V1 minus V2. So this is the equation number 8. This is the equation number 8. So V0 is equal to, final expression, V0 is equal to RC into V1 minus V2 divided by RE dash. So anyone can tell what is V1 minus V2? Anyone can tell what is V1 minus V2? Anyone can tell what is the V1 minus V2? Okay, the screen is visible. Okay, so we are coming up to the equation number 8 here. So equation number 8 is here. That is the final expression of the output voltage. So output voltage V0 is equal to RC divided by RE dash into V1 minus V2. So V1 minus V2 is nothing but what? Difference between two input voltages which are applied at the base terminal of Q1 and Q2. So if you are observing this equation number 8, what we can say? What we can say? Any words related to or regarding this expression? How we can express this, or how we can understand this equation? हे इक्वेशन समजलं असं कसं कळणार आपल्याला? How we can express this equation? What are the important parameters are present in this equation? In this equation number 8. So first of all, we are doing the AC analysis of DIB or differential amplifier. So whenever the amplifier is there, obviously we are giving some inputs. Here two inputs are available, V1 and V2. But this DIBO amplifier is amplifying the difference between two input voltage. या इक्वेशन वरून आपल्याला असं कळतं की आउटपुट voltage is depends on, or output voltage depends on what? Difference between two input voltage. बरोबर आहे? V0 is directly proportional to V1 minus V2. So that is called as what? Difference between two input voltages. Are you getting my point? Next, what is that RC divided by RE dash? RC divided by RE dash. What is that? RC means what? Collector resistor. RE dash is internal resistance of transistors, we can say, or emitter resistor, base emitter resistor, we can say. So RC divided by RE dash is nothing but constant. So this constant is nothing but what? Voltage gain. This constant RC divided by RE dash, that is nothing but what? Voltage gain. कारण त्याचा फॉर्म्युला काय येतो बघा, V0 डिवायडेड बाय V1 मायनस V2. V1 मायनस V2 तुम्ही लेफ्ट साइडला घ्या. V0 डिवायडेड बाय V1 मायनस V2 इज इक्वल टू RC डिवायडेड बाय RE डॅश. मग आउटपुट व्होल्टेज डिवायडेड बाय इनपुट व्होल्टेज म्हणजेच काय? युअर व्होल्टेज गेन. दॅट इज शोन हियर. सो the AD is equal to output voltage V0. Okay, इथं V0 पाहिजे. V0 divided by VD. VD म्हणजे काय? Difference of voltage. That is V1 minus V2. So AD is equal to, AD म्हणजेच काय? Differential amplifier चा gain. The gain is denoted as A, and D is for differential amplifier. So AD is equal to output voltage V0 divided by VD. VD means difference between two input voltage. So AD is equal to V0 divided by V1 minus V2 but V0 divided by V1 minus V2 is nothing but what? RC divided by RE dash. Are you getting my point? So this is the equation number 9, and this is the final expression of voltage gain. आपण AC analysis कशासाठी करतोय? To find out the expression of voltage gain and input resistance. त्यातलं आता आपलं कंप्लीट झालं कुठलं? व्होल्टेज गेनचं एक्सप्रेशन, व्होल्टेज गेनचं डेरिव्हेशन कंप्लीट झालेलं आहे. ओके, सो दिस इज द फायनल एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ व्होल्टेज गेन which depends upon RC divided by RE dash. So this is the equation number 9. So everyone understood how to derive the expression of voltage gain of DIBO differential amplifier. Everyone understood? Any queries? So the voltage gain of dual input balanced output differential amplifier can be given by equation number 9. So AD is equal to V0 divided by V1 minus V2, that is equal to RC divided by small RE dash. Okay, so if any queries regarding this expression of voltage gain, you can ask. Otherwise we are moving towards the next point. कोणाला काय अडचण? या डेरिव्हेशन मध्ये स्टेप बाय स्टेप व्यवस्थित सगळं दिलेलं आहे. पीपीटी मध्ये डायग्राम पण व्यवस्थित दिलेला आहे. So you can go through this derivation so that you can understand the each and every step. Okay, even though they can ask the question on explain the AC analysis of DIBO differential amplifier as a theory question, or sometimes we need these formulas, okay, to solve the numerical examples based on this differential amplifier. So for that you need to understand this derivation. The next expression is for differential input resistance. Input resistance is denoted as what? RE, RI, आपण RI म्हणतो. ओके, RI1 म्हणजेच काय? ट्रान्झिस्टर Q1 च्या साइडचं इनपुट रेजिस्टन्स. जर RI2 म्हणलं असलं असतं तर that is the input resistance measured at the input terminal of transistor Q2. So both transistors are same, that's why we can take only one here. Are you getting my point? So the differential input resistance is defined as equivalent resistance measured between either input terminal of transistor Q1 or input terminal of transistor Q2 with respect to ground. एकतर तुम्ही Q1 च्या इनपुट टर्मिनलच्या अक्रॉस मेजर करा किंवा इनपुट टर्मिनल ऑफ Q2 च्या अक्रॉस मेजर करा. That is nothing but equivalent resistance measured between input terminal of Q1 with respect to ground or input terminal of Q2 with respect to ground. Anywhere you can measure because both transistors are same here. Okay, so that is the input resistance which is denoted as RI. Now next one, this means that the input resistance RI1 seen from the input signal source V1 is determined with signal source V2 set at 0. म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण इनपुट रेजिस्टन्स फाइंड आउट करतो तेव्हा आपण रूल काय सांगतो? ऑल आयडियल व्होल्टेज सोर्सेस शुड बी शॉर्टेड. All ideal voltage sources should shorted. All current sources are made equal to open. हे रूल तर आपण एनटीए मध्ये शिकलेलो आहे. जेव्हा इनपुट रेजिस्टन्स फाइंड आउट करतो तेव्हा सगळे व्होल्टेज सोर्सेस शॉर्ट करायचे, सगळे करंट सोर्सेस ओपन करायचे. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट if you are finding that input resistance, that you can get the expression like this. Input resistance RI1 is equal to total voltage input voltage V1 divided by input current IB1. बरोबर आहे. इनपुट रेजिस्टन्स कसा फाइंड आउट करतो? RI1 is equal to input current IB1 divided by input voltage V1 divided by input current IB1. आता V1 तुम्ही ऍज इट इज ठेवा. IB1 म्हणजेच काय? ऑलरेडी आपण बघितले, मागच्या एक्सप्रेशन मध्ये यूज केलेलं आहे. IB1 इज नथिंग बट व्हॉट? I1 डिवायडेड बाय बीटा. मग बीटा वरती घ्या. बीटा यू कॅन टेक बीटा इंटू V1 डिवायडेड बाय I1. मग I1 चे एक्सप्रेशन तुम्हाला इक्वेशन नंबर 5 मध्ये मिळालेलं आहे. I1 चे एक्सप्रेशन इक्वेशन 5 मध्ये मिळालेलं आहे. सो दॅट इक्वेशन 5 you can put in this equation. Okay, you can replace I1 by that equation number 5. So after that you can get this expression. Okay, so RE plus RE small RE plus capital RE into V1 minus RE into V2 divided by RE dash plus RE bracket square minus RE square. म्हणजे I1 चा हा एक्सप्रेशन तुम्ही वरच्या इक्वेशन मध्ये ठेवलात की तुम्हाला हा मिळेल. सो RI1 is equal to बीटा तर घेतलेत, V1 you can take as it is. Okay, Next, after putting this and solving, you can get this expression. Since capital R is very greater than small re dash, you can remove that re dash. So that's why you can get re dash plus 2re is greater than 2re. म्हणजे हे सगळे व्हॅल्यूज तुम्ही ठेवल्यानंतर तुम्हाला हा एक्सप्रेशन मिळेल. So Ri1 is equal to, that is input resistance at the Q1, Ri1 is equal to 2 into beta into Re dash, small Re dash. So this is the equation number already 8 we have completed, no? So this is the equation number 9. This is the equation number 9. Similarly, if you are applying the input resistance to find out from the second terminal of Q2 or input terminal of the Q2, you can get this expression. So Ri2 is equal to 2 into beta into Re dash. That is also same you are getting. I told that as both transistors are same characteristics, so you can get the same expression. So input resistance Ri1 is equal to 2 into beta into small Re dash, or Ri2 is also getting equal to 2 into beta into Re dash. So these are the equation 9 and 2 which is used to find out the input resistance of the DIBO differential amplifier. Okay, once again go through this derivation. Again we have used the equation 5 and 6 here, so that you can get the expression of input resistance here. So any queries from this expression, from this derivation? This is very simple to understand. Easily we can find out the input resistance now. Now next one, the last part from the differential amplifier. So output resistance, the output resistance is defined as equivalent resistance that would be measured at the output terminal with respect to ground. Output resistance कुठं measure करतो आपण? At the output terminal. So output terminal is means what? At the collector terminal. So we have to measure the equivalent resistance between collector terminal and ground. Okay, मग collector terminal आणि ground मध्ये कुठला resistor आहे? Which resistor is there? Only collector resistor. Only collector resistance is there. So RO1 means what? Output resistance 1, which is looking at the output terminal of transistor Q1. RO2 means what? Output resistance measured at the collector terminal of transistor Q2. So RO1 is equal to RO2 is equal to collector resistance RC. Output resistance खूप सोपं आहे. Input resistance ला तुम्हाला calculation आहे, derivation आहे, but output resistance you can get directly. Okay, so output resistance is nothing but what? Collector resistor, that is given here directly. So RO1 is equal to RO2 is equal to RC. Ri म्हणजे काय? I is for input resistance. O means for output resistance. So notations you can keep in mind. All are the important. Okay. Ri1 means what? Input resistance at the collector terminal 1. Sorry, at the base terminal of Q1. RO1 म्हणजे काय? Output resistance at the transistor Q1. So you can clearly keep in mind the difference between input resistance and output resistance. So these are the expressions now we got related to the output resistance. So anyone having queries? So output resistance तुम्हाला परत एकदा दाखवते. Why it is RC? Why it is RC? So output is related to this one. So output terminals, output we are measuring between collector terminals of transistor Q1 and Q2. So in output terminal, which resistor is mentioned here? RC resistor. That's why output resistance is RC. That's why output resistance is RC here. Understood? So next, now we are moving for the summarization. So like CE amplifier, the differential amplifier is also small signal amplifier. CE म्हणजे काय? Common emitter amplifier. So it is used as voltage amplifier, not as a current or power amplifier. म्हणजे हा जो differential amplifier आपण आता शिकलोय, that is used for only amplifying the voltage signal. It is not using for amplifying the current signal. Are you getting my point? So differential amplifier specially works on the amplification of voltage signal only. It may be AC signal, it may be DC signal, but it should be voltage signal. Okay, so up to this we have completed the concept of differential amplifier. We have completed the DC analysis of differential amplifier, and today we have completed the AC analysis of differential amplifier. So already I have sent the PPT on your WhatsApp group. Everyone go through this all concept. Once again, you can write the derivation in your notes, in your notebook. Once again, everyone has to write the derivation in your notebook, so that it will becomes too easy. It will becomes easy to understand this derivation and the concept. All this requires the mathematical concept: KVL, KCL, then transistor equations, Cramer's rules. So all these concepts we required to understand the derivation of AC analysis and DC analysis. Now finally, in the differential amplifier, the differential amplifier certificate is shown, the circuit diagram is shown here. Okay, and for that the expression finally is, in differential amplifier the output voltage V0 is given by V0 is equal to AD means what? Voltage gain, AD into V1 minus V2. Okay, so after this we can see, in the next lecture we will see, or we can start the fundamentals of operational amplifier. Fundamentals of op amp we are going to start in the next lecture. So if anyone having queries regarding the differential amplifier, AC analysis, DC analysis, you can ask, otherwise we can stop for today. कोणाला काय अडचण असतील तर विचारा. Any questions? Once again you can go through the self study, then and then doubt will comes. If any doubt will come, then you can ask me at any time. Hmm? Any queries? No queries? Can we stop now? Okay, chalo. Thank you.